revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown, touchdown. 8th floor, come down. Hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Seattle Seahawks. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Check 53. Come on. You better break.
Now Johnson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
180! Watch the run! Watch the run! Watch the run!
Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This is Howard on 2nd down. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
There we go. Pac-Man. 280! Watch the run. Watch the run.
This complete left side to Aguilar. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Shotgun now for Wentz. That is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Mike. Waiting. Mike 5-4. Here we go.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Howard all alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Wentz. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 76 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go. Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
All ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's taken to the 26. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss. That's DK Metcalf. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. Flush to his right, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play there for Philly. And even 50 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
Seahawks 41-yard line.
Mike 480. Mike 5-4. Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
On second down, it's Howard. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You don't see me in your nightmares, son.
Throwing again. Wilson. Screenplay. Johnson. And he's got room. 27 yards there. A first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. This is caught at the 20. He got 29 yards that time. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag. Watch the flag, motion, flag.
Wilson will throw again. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Burks has it left side. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Wentz. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now it's Lockett. $62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
Wilson intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A final shot before half for Wentz. Jackson's got it over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this one? Deshaun Jackson off to the races. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, his third touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical? Or no, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On 2nd and 12, Wilson to the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards, a first down.
First down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line.
First down, Seahawks.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go to Johnson again. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 7 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
What? 280. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Check, 380. Check, 53. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. His throw incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Again, it's Howard. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Empty. Check, check. Lucky. Jim. What's this on?
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on 3rd down for this offense.
He's checking. Rip.
Now Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen good coverage from both teams, and there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And
oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 83 yards. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is now 2.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Eagles 12. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give him 30 yards there.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Wentz now to throw. Now he's forced out right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
From the gun on 3rd down. Wins. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So a chance there goes by the wayside. That one just didn't have enough leg to get there.
Yeah, and it would have given them a lead here in the 4th quarter. And those are the ones that keep you up at night when you don't have enough distance. I wonder if maybe did his foot hit the ground first? Did he not get enough of the ball? He's going to be thinking about that one.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
51. Got to do better. 12. 51, Mike 51. You must be getting tired of seeing
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. That's caught inside the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. Here the Seahawks, they're able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball.
Wentz now on first down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Jaron Reed able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Throwing is Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Tighten up. Trey 15. Trey 15.
Wentz going to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hey, exit. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Don't get nervous. 54.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz looking deep for his into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Check 53. Come to my work.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 2nd and 12, Wilson. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's got to the point when we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Johnson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. David Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks.
Let's go, defense.
They'll try and run for it with Johnson. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, All that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep down, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
Wentz's throw into the hands of Aguilar. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Ertz over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 yards on the play, first down. Wentz to throw again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Sua Cravens with a pick.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. They want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
There's the first NFL catch for the former Stanford man, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. 120. Kill. Cut.
On first down, Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wentz again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Mike 54. I'm coming after you.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
No. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Jaron Reed bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Touchdown, I got a stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my number's going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the score.